more stress when bills are due. Multiply, I save right, I invest, fight the break on through. 'Cause I'm the money boss. I got the knowledge, I'm the money boss. I got the power, I'm the money boss. I got financial wisdom, I'm the money boss. The money boss. I got the knowledge, I'm the money boss. I got the power, I'm the money boss. I got financial wisdom, I'm the money boss. The money boss. I got the knowledge, I'm the money boss. I got the power, I'm the money boss. I got financial.
Hello, money bosses out there. Another beautiful day to come your
No
way.
more stress when bills are
Us.
due.
Coming to you live from the studio.
Multiply, I save right,
97.1
fight the
Yenagua
break
Bayelsa
on through.
State. And
I'm the
one of our
money
program
boss.
that
I
brings to
got the
you
knowledge,
the
I'm the
relevant
money
knowledge
boss.
required for
I
you
got the
to
power,
know
I'm the
just how
money
to make
boss.
money,
I
how
got
to
financial
manage
wisdom,
money,
I'm
and
the
how
money
to
boss.
multiply. My name is Rita
The
Fabor.
money boss.
Like always, is
I
a
got the
wonderful
knowledge,
day.
I'm the money boss.
Okay, it's the money boss.
I got the
Yes,
power.
we started doing something very fantastic on the program last week, and I believe it's going to be our practice going forward. Today, we are also doing the same thing, and that is carrying our YouTube audience along. So it's not just the radio audience, we also have our YouTube audience. And if you want to see exactly what's happening in the studio, then I urge you to run right now to our YouTube channel at The Money Boss. And while you're there, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and most importantly, subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you won't miss anything going forward from The Money Boss. Okay, yes, while we are here today, we are going to be talking about another very valuable topic today. I am by myself. Last week we had someone come over, but today I'm by myself. But nonetheless, like always is the case, I promise that you're going to go away with loads of value by the end of today's edition. So, as is our practice, you go grab a writing pad, take a pen or pencil, or if you are of the group that uses their electronic device, all right, get it ready and then be ready to take notes or points down so that at the end of it all, you'll go take action concerning what you're living with on the program today. All right, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about a very important topic around money, and that is spending wisely. Spending wisely. You know, it's the end of the month already. Today's the 30th of the month, and for those of us that are salary earners, some have even begun to um, receive their salaries, some are still expecting, and all of that. So I think it's a very timely topic. It's something that, even besides the fact that it's the salary season, generally, it's important for us to know how to spend wisely. So stay with me, don't go anywhere, so that you're going to be getting some things from the program that can help you along your journey as you journey towards financial freedom. So, what does it mean when we talk about spending wisely? To spend wisely, simply put, is that you are being deliberate about what you are doing with your money. That means that you're not just throwing money around. That means that you are planning before you are spending. That means that you are budgeting. You are budgeting. But as we go on, I want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever received monies and then you are wondering, where did it go to? I remember a while back, very many years ago, I used to hear things like, I think my money disappeared. I used to have this amount. I had this amount, but now I can't find it. It's like it disappeared, you know? And you're like, where did everything go to? Where? Where's my money? That is, you didn't invest it, you didn't save it, but somehow it disappeared. And you are like, what happened? Well, if that sounds like you, then, like I said earlier, stay with me because we are going to look for a way to fix that on today's edition of the program. So I was trying to tell us what it means to spend wisely. And I was saying that spending wisely means you are being deliberate about what you are buying. But I want to correct something. That does not mean you are stingy. Because some persons tend to think that to spend wisely means you have to be stingy. You have to hold on to your money so tight. Then alone will you be seen as spending wisely. It's not. It's really not being stingy. It's not even about depriving yourself. It's not. It's about being intentional with your money. Spending wisely means you know where your money is going. You are in control of your money. You are spending based on priority and not pressure. You are making decisions around your money that's aligning with your future. You're not just waking up and then making certain purchases. No, but every financial decision is aligning with your future around finances. Now, let me say this clearly. If you don't take control of your finances, of your spending, then your spending will certainly take control of your life. Many people don't have a money problem, if you ask me. Many. Not really about money. It's more about spending. So let's talk about why people struggle with spending. I've said it about myself, emotional spending. You go to the supermarket or you go to the market as the case may be, and sometimes you're happy, and so all of a sudden you just see yourself, you're buying. Then other times maybe you're sad, so you're just looking for a way to get over that emotion at that time, and you start to buy. Other times we want to impress people because uh, a lot of persons do things to impress others. And truth be told, these persons really don't care about you. They don't care. They don't care. So it's high time we begin to do things because they align with who we are becoming rather than because of what others think of us. So emotional spending is one reason why people struggle with this issue of spending. I was talking about myself, how that a while back, before I started gaining wisdom around my finances, I would go to get something in the market or supermarket, as the case may be, and then rather than buying what I had in mind to buy, I'll find myself buying other things. And at the end of the day, I would come back, money is exhausted, but I haven't gotten the things that I actually went out to get. That was a problem for me for a very long time. And I know that a lot of persons might be struggling with this same thing. So I started telling myself when I began to gain, knowledge around finances that I would never buy anything. Having intended to go shopping, I will never buy anything without leaving my house with a list of the things I need. And until I bought every one thing needed on that list, I won't buy any other thing. So that became some help to me at that time. Otherwise, I find myself just going there and I'll start picking things that I don't have need for. And do you know the irony of this whole thing? When I take these things back home, I'll begin to find that I didn't even need them. Sometimes I don't even use those things for a very long time. I've had occasions where I bought something, like for instance, let me be more specific. I'm big on bags and shoes to match. I love them. For a long time, I've not been doing them, but that doesn't go to say that I still don't love. I still love quality bags and shoes to match. So back then, when I was spending, throwing money away as I liked, I could go to buy something and then I find a bag that I love and I would just buy it, having not planned for it. And then many times I find that I come back home and for a long time I've not even carried that bag. I've not used it. I have not used it. And there was one that pained me so much. I kept it for such a long time that because of our Nigerian weather, it started to peel without my even using it. So that was money wasted. So you see, a lot of persons, it's not about the money, it's mostly about the spending. And I have said that one of the reasons why people spend is based on emotions, called emotional spending. Emotional spending. Now, another thing which also can be drawn from the story I told about myself is a lack of planning. You have decided you want to buy something, but you have not really made your plan before, or so to speak. You have not really made your plan. Or even if you have made your plan, you don't stick to your plan. But let's leave that sticking to the plan part first and talk about a lack of planning. A lot of times, like was my case, we go buying, we haven't planned for it. It's more like impulse buying. You just go out there, you see it, ah, yeah, let me get it. So that's another reason. Now, if you don't plan for your money, every temptation will look important to you. And you know what? You will only be tempted with things that you love. For instance, I if I don't love bags and then I went out to buy something and there was not a bag on display, but something that I don't love, I won't fall for that temptation. So many times we fall for what we actually love. But when we plan, even though we have love for that thing, when we plan before we buy, it will help give us some level of control. Another thing that makes people spend so much is peer pressure. Peer pressure. What will people say? My friends are all doing this. I have to belong and all of that. All those things affect us. See your friend buying something. You don't want to be the only one left out. So you begin to buy, even though it was not on the budget. That destroys our finances. Now, listen carefully. You're not in competition with anybody. I am not in competition with anybody. So we shouldn't feel pressured into buying what we have not planned to buy. If it's something that is necessary, okay, but if it's not on that list, then you might jolly well do away with it. Let's look at the fourth thing that makes people spend anyhow. Lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation. I've talked about it a little bit on the program, I would say. Lifestyle inflation. This is when you begin to uh, earn more income than you were earning, and all of a sudden you feel the need to upgrade your lifestyle. So, for instance, before you were using maybe an Infinix phone, and then income increases. Rather than thinking of investing, rather than thinking of saving, rather than thinking of having assets, the next thing that comes to mind is how to begin to look like your status. Because we all have in our minds how we believe we ought to look. You hear us make statements like, I've passed that level. And so instead of managing the Infinix that I was using, I now would go buying an iPhone, knowing that my net worth is nothing to write home about. So lifestyle inflation, instead of upgrading savings, we decide to upgrade our problems. Okay, so it's very important for us to know that if we would spend wisely, then we must know the difference between the things we need and the things that we want. Now, what are needs? I like to say that needs are those things that you can't do away with in life. For instance, food, you must eat to stay alive. Shelter, you need somewhere